Good afternoon, dear students. So in electricity chapter, till now, what all we covered? So from starting point, what is that? From electricity, that means from the basic charges to electric current. Then from electric current, we studied all the symbols and how to connect simple circuit diagram. Then we know potential difference. Later on, Ohm's law along with the activity, right? After that, our next topic was resistance. Again, we learned one activity question, that is what factors affecting resistance, right? So after that, we also know how to derive the resistivity equation, and we solved problems based on Ohm's law, resistance and resistivity. So today our topic is, so here in today's topic we'll almost cover two important questions. So that is nothing but derivation. So here in this chapter we have two main derivation, okay? And again, based on that we need to solve a problems. So first of all, already you know what is resistor, right? So while explaining about resistance only, I also told what is resistor. Once again we'll start, because our topic is today resistor, and after that resistor in combination. Clear? Now listen, what is this resistor? First of all, everyone know what is resistance, right? Now what is resistance? Which limits the flow of current, right? Now resistor is nothing but it is a component which you saw in the tabular column, and you also learned to write the symbols, right? There we saw resistance and resistance, which looks the symbol of resistance or a resistor, which is a wire, and we also used nichrome wire in the Ohm's law experiment and again in resistor activity, right? Resistance activity. So this is how the symbol of resistance look. Now this is a component, that means material. Which one? Resistor. Now this property to regulate the flow of current is above of resistance, okay? Now you know how to write. Resistance means what? Resistance is nothing but which regulates or which limits the flow of charges in an electric circuit. Now what is resistor? Resistor is a component or a material which has a property to regulate the flow of current. Now in almost all the electrical gadgets, now what is electrical gadgets? Which work based on battery. Now in that electrical gadgets, these resistors, so these wires will be connected in two different forms. Now what is that? Is nothing but resistance of system. Now this resistance of system is nothing but the different way of connection of these resistor in electrical gadgets are of two types. Now what is that? Resistor in series. So the first one is resistor is connected in series, and the second one is resistor is connected in parallel. Understood? These resistors will be connected in two different forms called as series and parallel. Now we need to study individual about resistance and about parallel. Now first of all, let us understand how to connect resistor in series and how to connect those resistor wires in parallel. Clear? Now let me take any three wires. These are nothing but resistors. So just a rough diagram. See, I have three resistors. If these three, let me name it as R1, R2 and R3. If these three resistors, if they connect or if we join them end to end, that means I am taking R1 now. So now to the end of R1 I am connecting R2. Now to the end of R2 I am connecting R3. Now listen, if the resistors are connected end by end, then it is called as series. Clear? You need to know. You will get one more question, like they will give the description. Based on that you need to draw the circuit diagram, which I will be doing after completing parallel also. Okay. So here now everyone understood how this series connection will be taken place in electrical gadgets. Now let us see parallel. Now these parallel, let me take again all the three wires. these three wires, if they have same connecting point, that means all the three wires are connected to only or in between two terminals. They are not connected end by end. They are connected one below another. So R1 is connected below R2, R2 is connected below the R2, R3 is connected. But listen here, all these three wires are connected to same two terminals. Now this is what parallel connection looks. Understood? Now shall we see exactly what is the definition of resistance in series and definition of resistance in parallel. In series, in an electric circuit in which the resistors are connected to one end to another end. So it is a definition of resistors in series. Now what about parallel? So here in an electric circuit, the resistors are connected through or between the points in two terminals. Let me take it as X and Y. That means here resistors are connected between 2 points, and that is called as parallel connection. So now we'll see a derivation for resistor in series. So first of all, let us draw the circuit diagram. First, let us draw a simple basic circuit diagram. So a simple basic circuit diagram contains what? A battery, which contains battery, later plug key and an ammeter. Ammeter can be placed here or on either sides. Okay, it is up to you. So here, as I told, it is of series, right? Now here we need to connect resistors. So that means here I am taking 3 resistors. So here we are taking 3 resistors which are connected end to end. This is how resistors will connect in series, correct? So we need to name R1, R2 and here R3. Now this is positive, all the detailed steps, each and everything without neglecting anything you need to write. From the direction also, current will flow from positive terminal to negative, right? So the direction also you need to show. And positive terminal of a battery connect to the positive side of an ammeter. So this is key. Yeah, everything is connected. Now we also learned one more component. What is that? Voltmeter, right? Which gives the potential difference value. Now voltmeter, ammeter will be always connected in series. That means what? As side by side. See, ammeter is connected to plug key and this is for battery. Now listen, voltmeter will always connect in parallel. That means, let me take voltmeter and connect between all the 3 resistors. Clear? So this is the diagram. Whenever they ask derivation, it's understood that diagram is compulsory. You cannot derive an expression without diagram. Clear? You need to write a proper diagram using scale. Now this is the diagram. So here we have one activity, a simple activity. After connecting everything, we need to take ammeter and we need to connect anywhere and we need to take the reading. That you need to know that ammeter should be connected in series. Okay, so in a series you can connect anywhere, wherever you want in this complete electric circuit. So based on that activity, let me connect it here, right? So after switching on the circuit, I got one reading, let it be I. Ammeter gives what? Current values. Voltmeter gives potential difference values. Clear? Now ammeter I connected here and I note on the reading I got some value I. Let it be I1. Okay. And the second point, now I just take away this ammeter from this position. I'm not drawing, just assume. I took from here and I connected here. Then again I need to take the same reading and I got the same value. And again from here I took the ammeter and I connected here in between R1 and R2 and I got again I1 value. And again this trials we can increase. So what I did next step, I connected somewhere here, okay, between R2 and R3 and I got the same value. From this activity we can conclude whenever the resistors are connected in series, the current will be independent. That means wherever we can connect a meter, it gives the same value. Clear? That means current is constant in series circuit. Now the same experiment we need to perform along with the voltmeter. So now what we need to do? Now I connected in between all the three resistors and I note down the value of voltmeter. Let us think I got some value, let it be V1. Now what I need to do? From here I need to take, so I need to connect in parallelly. That means let me connect in between R1. So here. So next let me connect in between R2. Next let me connect in between R3. So I got 4 trials now. First here, second here, third here, fourth here. Now I saw that I was getting different values. So wherever I connect voltmeter in parallel in this circuit, I was getting different values. That means voltmeter is not potential difference value is not constant whenever the resistors are connected in series. Now whatever I got here V, this V is equal to the sum of the values of V1, V2, V3. Clear? So this V will give the sum of the values of potential difference of all the three resistors. Understood? That means I am getting here different values for potential difference. Clear? So this is the first point which you need to remember in series, and the same thing you need to write in the form of statement if they ask. If not, if they frame a specific question based on these two questions, you can write. Now let us start our derivation. Now just you need to remember all these things, okay? Because the same thing reverse will happen in parallel. Now here from earlier explanation, I can write V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, correct? So I can write V1 is equal to V2 plus V3. I cannot write I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 because I is constant here. Clear? So let us take it as equation 1. Now the next step is, what is this V? It is nothing but potential difference. We already know the formula of this V, right? What is that? From Ohm's law, we can say V is equal to IR. So you need to write here the statement. What is that? From Ohm's law, we know that V is equal to IR. Now, V is equal to IR. Can I write a different equation for all the V available in the equation 1? That means here already I have for this V. Can I write V1 is equal to I1 and R1? So I can easily write now. But here I won't write it as I1 because I is constant. Current will be same in this potential difference also. So in this resistor also, in this resistor also. So let it be, I will write it as just I without mentioning numbers. So next we'll take this V2. V2 is equal to I into R2. So next we are taking this V, that is V3 is equal to I into R3. Now I got 4 values for V, right? So what will be our next step? Substitute all the different values of V in equation 1. So I am not writing a statement that you need to write, okay? So substituting all the values of V in the equation 1, what we will get? V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR equals V1 equals I into R1 plus V2 equals I into R2 plus V3 equals I into R3. So now this is our second equation. How we got all these things? We got from the Ohm's law, right? So after this next step, so what is common here? So on both the sides I is common now, current is common. So we will divide I on both sides. So what happens if we divide I on both sides? We will left with only resistors, right? So R equals R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now this is an equation for resistors in series. So let us name it as RS. So equivalent resistor in series is nothing but the sum of all the values of R1, R2 and R3. See, very simple thing, just you should not make any mistakes in this second step. and first step. Clear? You need to draw this diagram. And we don't have much theory part also, all mathematical small steps, just substitution until we get our final equation. Now based on this equation only we are solving number of problems. Clear? Now once again let us recall what was after the diagram. So diagram which contains voltmeter, ammeter, battery, plug key and 3 resistors. Then just write some 2 to 3 lines explanation what we discussed about ammeter, about constant current and different value of potential difference. Write that one and start with the equation V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, and next from the Ohm's law take V is equal to IR, then substitute each and every terms until you get this final equation. Clear? Now no doubts, right? So next let us move to the, and one more thing, always this RS value will be greater than one of the greatest value out of these 3. It's not only 3, either we can take only 2, R1 or R2, to make connection. At least minimum 2 resistors are must and should know. So from 2 onwards, how much resistors required we can take, either R3, R4, R5, R6, number of resistors we can take. So for simplicity we are taking 3 resistor to study the equation. Clear? So here as I told, this value of RS will be greater than any one of these greatest value of resistor. Clear? So what will be our next topic? That is nothing but resistors in parallel. So here resistors in parallel, same connection of a battery, ammeter, amp, plug key. Now here we need to take care about what? Connection of resistor. So what's happening in the parallel? All the resistors will be connected between 2 terminals, right? And one below another. So let us take terminals. Let it be 2 terminals here. You need to draw using the scale. Okay. So the first resistor is connected here, and the second one below the first one, and the third one, so here below the second one has been connected. Clear? After connection you need to give the names, which is R1, R2, R3. So everything is clear, and voltmeter should be connected again between these 2 terminals. That means through this terminals V. So this is the circuit diagram for the resistors in parallel. Exactly you need to write as it is, but you need to draw properly using the scale and all. Okay. Now here again we'll go with the activity. So what was that? Same thing. I need to place a meter with different places in the circuit diagram to take current values. So let us go. So from here, okay, first one I'll get one value, let it be I1. So from here, what I'll do, I'll take and I'll connect somewhere here in series only. I got a value I2. Now listen, current is getting different. Now again I connected between here R1 or R2. Now what happened? I got a different value. So whenever the resistors are connected in parallel, the current value is not independent. It will vary in each resistors. Clear? So this is we conclude from one activity. Next, same thing we need to do with voltmeter. Now in a similar way I need to connect voltmeter for this resistor, and I need to take one value V1. Now I need to connect only with this resistor. I will get one value, let it be again V1. And in R3 resistor I need to connect between here, and I need to take value. I need to check this voltmeter value. I got same value. That means here whenever the resistors are connected in parallel, the potential difference values are same. That means these values are constant, whereas current value is different. So here potential difference is constant and current is different, completely opposite to the series. Clear? So based on this explanation, we can write our first equation, that is nothing but I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, because we are getting current different values now. So earlier what we did, so in the series connection, so in series we wrote V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3, because we are getting different potential difference values. So here same thing, from here onwards same steps. So what we are taking, using Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law equation? V is equal to IR. Now, after this, what we need to do? We need to, since our first equation 1 is what? It is I now. So, what you need to do? From the Ohm's law, take I outside. That means what happens? I is equal to V by R. So, this is what we will get, right? So, what is the next second step? So, the next step, same thing. We need to write the same thing for I1, I2, I3. So, let me write for I1. So, for I1, V1 by R1. Shall I write V1 and V2, V3? No. I can just write V because V values are constant in this parallel. So, next, after this what we have? I2, that is V by R2. So, next what we have? I3, that is V by R3. Correct now? So, how we got this one? All the I values we got from the Ohm's law. Now, substitute all the I values in equation 1. Clear? Now, first I is here, that is V by R. So, next I1. Here we have V by R1. So, next here we have V by R2. Next V by R3. So, we substituted all the I values in equation 1 and we got this equation. V by R equals V divided by R1, V divided by R2 plus V divided by R3. Now, what is common here? V is common. So, divide by V on both sides. What happens? We will get 1 by R is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So, this is the main equation for resistors in parallel. See, once if you understood, no need to revision. It's not at all necessary for you to revise. No, it is very simple. Just if you know the basic concept, which one is constant in series and parallel, you can keep on deriving yourself until you get the main formula. So, let us write it as RP, which indicates resistors are connected in parallel, right? So, here also same thing. So, equivalent resistors in parallel is equal to the sum of the resistors R1, R2, R3 which are connected in parallel, and same RP will be greater when compared to one of the value of R3. Understood? So, in today's class you learn two derivation and your homework is nothing but you need to derive these two expressions of series and parallel along with the neat labeled diagram. Clear? So, in tomorrow's class, let us solve few problems based on two formulas, that is nothing but series and parallels. You should not forget these formulas. What is that? Rs equals R1 plus R2 plus R3. Those resistors R1, R2, 3 we need to consider based on the question. If they are given only two resistors, then we need to take R1 and R2. If they are given more than 3, then we need to take number of resistors. And what is the formula for parallel? 1 by Rp equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Clear? In your textbook, in text question, before the resistor, we have some 5 questions from the page number 103. Go back to those questions and see all the questions you can answer. There is one third question. Look at that question. Let the resistance of an electrical component remains constant while the potential difference across the two ends of the component decreases to half of its former value. What change will occur in the current through it? Now, this is a simple question. You need to understand the question. So, based on the question, try to write the given data. Later on, you can substitute and you can easily get the answer. Now, what they are given? So, here they are given that resistance is constant. So, R is constant, and what they have mentioned? They have mentioned that potential difference potential difference across two ends of the component decreases. That means potential difference will become off. So, potential difference which is denoted by V. So, based on the statement, we can write it as V by 2. Clear? And they are asking us to find out current. So, what change will occur in the current through it? That means we need to find out I. Now, what you need to do if you get this type of question? Now, everything is there. V, R, I. So, which formula we need to take here? Ohm's law. What is that? V is equal to IR. Clear? And what we need to find out? I. So take I outside. I is equal to V by R. Clear? Now what they are given V? V by 2, that is potential difference becomes half, that is decreases. So can I write V I is equal to V by 2 R. Clear? Now what will be the next step? So you can modify based on as you want. V by 2 into this R by 1, that means what R in the denominator, if it goes to the numerator, what happens? It will become 1 by R. Clear? So this is what next step. And shall I write? Okay, first we'll write V by 2R. Can I write the same equation as 1 by 2 into V by R? I can write now 1 by 2. I can take 2 outside and I can separate from V by R. Now we got this equation. Now 1 by 2. This is what? V by R. Can I write this V by R as I? Look here. V by R is what? It is nothing but current, no? So I can replace this formula V by R as I. So I will write this I. Now what happens? I by 2. And what we need to find out? Current. That means what happens to the current with this condition, these two conditions. So here you can easily conclude that current also become off. That is nothing but current decreases with this condition. That's all.